Bonjour, my name is Abomination, and welcome to week 4 of the RoDL. Versus the, this is a team building for week 4, versus the San Diego Dragonites. Okay? They have a intimidating team. Kind of. Not really, actually. I'm not that scared of it. Maybe I'll regret being scared of it. Being not... Oh my god. Spectrier, Milotic, Togekiss, Tangrowth, Cobalion, Entei, Flygon, Rhyperior, and Behem. Entei is on their team, right? And Entei is a unique Pokemon, so I like to think that it's this very same Entei that was on my team last season, so Entei will be nice to me. I wanted to draft Cobalion this season. That's why I'm kind of struggling with steel types right now. Skarmory, Banneret is my current steel type. Anyway, his team is scary when you look at the names, but when you look at the things that they do in terms of setting up hazards and getting rid of status, getting rid of hazards, and item removal, it's not very much. So that's why I don't mind it. But let's see what I'm bringing against him this time. I did prep a lot more than week 3. Week 3 I was just not in it at all. Let's see what happens this time though. I also want to say I am 0-3, he is 2-1. So yeah, I'm due a victory. But up first we have Endgame, the Miltank. Leftovers set. I have almost max HP, max special defense, a lot of special attacks. This is obviously my initial switch into a Spectrier. I say initial because it's not my only switch in. Sorry, it's my secondary switch into Spectrier. She's thick fat. This is my switch into Entei. And the Eruption Entei is actually find more intimidating than a physical Entei. So I put more special defense investment, even though my defense is still higher. So she can beat Entei pretty well. Calm Mind Entei. Yeah, she can still beat Calm Mind Entei. Anyway, thick fat. I have Facade, Milk Drink, Earthquake, and Thunderwave. Facade is for Sacred Fire. If I get burned with Sacred Fire, which I have a 50% chance to, I can hit fire off Facades. Pretty powerful Facades. If I don't get burned, I have Earthquake, and it's a Eruption. You can use Earthquake and hit the Entei, and I have Thunderwave. That's kind of more so for Spectrier, but it hits Entei too. Slow it down. And Flygon, I still wall. I can beat it with Facade. If it's a Dragon Dance, Flygon, not so much. Not as much. Wait. I'm not convinced Flygon gets Dragon Dance anymore, now that I think about it, but if it does, it's not a problem. I still have ways to deal with it. Dragon Dance Flygon doesn't really... yeah. Next up, we actually have a name for Musharna this time. I completely forgot to name it last time, I'm sorry. But her name is Fen Astral, okay? For context, in black and white, Fennel is the name of the scientist that researches the dream mists produced by Musharna and Muna. And then Astral is like stars, and stars relate to dreaming. So, there's your thing. None leftovers again. Modest, max special attack, max HP, synchronize, ability. And the 4 in, looks like, defense. It looks like. I put the last 4 in defense. Psychic is extremely spammable against his team. It's neutral damage to everything, except for Behem, which resists. Which is why I have Future Sight, Moonlight, Heal Bell, and Baton Pass. I think this is going to be my lead. I push Future Sight, and then I push Baton Pass, or a hard switch, or Moonlight, whatever I want to do. And Future Sight will hit everything very hard. Because it's like, right, it's a very good move. Future Sight's very strong, because it puts you in a position where you can crush something before it has a chance to heal. Right, if, say, like Milotic uses Recover on the turn, I switch in and I hit it with a Thunderbolt on one of my guys. Spoilers. weaken it, goes for recover, and then it gets hit with a future sight, and then it gets dropped back down, taking out the recover, and then I can knock it out, right? So it prevents the stalling like that. Moonlight is as good for healing as Musharna is incredibly bulky. And then Heal Bell and Baton Pass. I mean, look at this. Look at that HP stat. It's gigantic, and then over 200 in both the defenses is pretty good. So yeah, I have a lot of I expect this to do some damage. Zapdos this time is Choice Scarf. This I outspeed everything on his team that's not a Choice Scarfer, or that does not boost their speed. Max special attack with Modest again. 200 or 112 speed plus the Scarf means I'm faster than everything on his team. And then the rest in HP, which is 144 in HP. And then Static. That's the ability. Static is less important this week, but I have Thunderbolt, Hurricane, Toxic, and U-Turn. Guess what? Hurricane is very spammable against his team. The only thing that resisted is Rhyperior, and Rhyperior's special defense is very low. Rhyperior is a good switch in to me, but if it starts getting too comfortable with it, I'm going to push Toxic one of the times. And its only Heal Bell user is Togekiss, and I expect Togekiss to show up. Right? Yeah. Banneret, I'm bringing her again this week. Week 3, obviously she didn't do anything. She didn't get to push a move. Rocky Helmet, I think I brought that week 3 again. I don't remember. I put the week 3 team together so fast. No excuses. Max HP, a lot of defense, decent amount of speed, and a decent amount of attack. I have Drill Peck, Roost, Spikes, and Stealth Rock. This is kind of a standard Skarmory, except for most of the time they have Brave Bird instead of Drill Peck, but I didn't want the recoil damage. This is a very good physical wall. It switches in Cobalion very well, and it switches in on Rhyperior all day long. The only thing that Cobalion can do is, well, it could be a special set with Focus Blast and obviously Volt Switch. So what the thing is, its special attack is exactly the same as its attack. I like Cobalion a lot because of that fact. The only problem with Cobalion is that it cannot heal itself outside of rest. But anyway, Banneret is my switch into Rhyperior. The only reason why I wanted to bring Banneret for Rhyperior is because Rhyperior is the only switch into Zapdos. So, far off a Hurricane, if they bring in anything that's not Rhyperior, Hurricane does a lot of damage. If they bring in Rhyperior, I switch to Banneret pretty much for free. Even if they Fire Punch, it does about 50%, which, guess what, I can heal off. Yeah, I can heal off. I pretty much beat Rhyperior. If it's Choice Banded, it does about 50% to me. And then Quentin here.
My name is Mysterio.
Comes again. Assault Vest. This is my initial switch into Spectrier. Dark types with Assault Vests, Spectrier has a hard time dealing with. Because pretty much all of its attacks, I resist. Except for its normal type moves. Look at that special defense investment. Almost max special defense. I think that's 240. That means I take less than half. I take about 49% at most from a Shadow Ball if he's at +1. If he's at +2, I live Shadow Ball. And I have a modest nature and enough speed there to outspeed, I think that's enough speed to outspeed Milotic with modest Milotic. Night Days, Grass Knot, Sludge Bomb, and Flamethrower. I hit pretty much everything on his team super effectively. Night Days is just spammable. Grass Knot hits Milotic, Sludge Bomb hits Togekiss, and Flamethrower hits Cobalion. The only thing that resists Night Days is Togekiss and Cobalion. Both of those are weak to Sludge Bomb and Flamethrower. Or Flamethrower. Yeah, and then for way more, another leftovers set here. Frankster, I have max special defense, a lot of HP, and 80 in defense. So, yeah. Prankster, I have a Careful Nature. U-Turn, Defog, Stun Spore, and Leech Seed. This is the most annoying thing I've ever seen. No, it's not. It is very annoying, though. Defog gets rid of any hazards. He only has 2-2. He has 2 hazard setters, Cobalion and Rhyperior. I don't know why I counted like that. Neither of them really want to have to deal with for way more. Cobalion can. I can live an Iron Head. This is also another potential lead, because he has no electric type, so Sunspore is the easiest push in the world, because its only answer to it is Togekiss's Heal Bell, or Lumberry. I think Fuemore is actually my lead here. I think I lied. I think Fuemore is my lead. I have no speed investment, but that speed there is enough to outspeed most of his team. Not Entei, or Flygon, or Cobalion, or Spectrier. 4 of his team members on this whole team can outspeed me. Everything else I should outspeed still, even with no speed investment. Plus I'm Prankster, so the only thing I have to worry about is U-turn for that speed. Against anything that's not a Togekiss, I push Sunspore. On Togekiss, I just U-turn out, I think. So I can scout to see if it's Scarfed. Yeah, I will U-turn out. And yeah, that's my whole team. Yep, that's my whole team. I prepped a little. I prepped better. I just was not in the mood in week 3, unfortunately. So because of that, I am 3-0 and terrible differential. But also don't mind. Sorry about the Masters golf that's playing. Whatever. Anyway, that's my team builder. I'm done now. I'll see you for the battle really shortly. Okay. Smell you later.